What's up, y'all? So it is Tuesday, September 17th. Happy full moon. Okay, I hope everybody is having a good super full moon already, or harvest full moon, whatever they call it. We all know that full moons are really good for releasing and things of that nature, right? So this is Motivational Tuesday. I know I'm in my bed, y'all. I'm kind of tired. I've been cleaning all day. The kids gone, so usually I'll be set up at my little office space, but today we just in the bed, chilling and relaxing, and we're gonna get a little message out. I kind of want to piggyback on what I was talking about yesterday, right? Childhood trauma, abusive relationships, abandonment issues. Well, abandonment issues is something I wanted to heal on today or hit on today. Because I had a moment of clarity the other day. And I like to say that the process of healing is never ever fully complete, right? You always have more to heal on, especially when you think you've healed in certain areas and then certain things trigger you. So there's a situation the other day that happened to me. A friend of mine told me that they were going to stop by and, things of that nature. And usually I'm pretty content when people don't come by like they said they would, or because I don't fuck with people no way. So it's just one, like two or three people in particular that may stop by, whatever the case may be. But this particular day, it's just a friend of mine, but I was getting used to that person constantly like coming around like on cue on some shit, right? And so what happened was, I don't know why I just heard knee-jerk reaction, but it's kind of what I had, because as I'm sitting there waiting idly, just, kind of bored, lingering around, the house is clean, I ain't got shit else to do, food cooked, kids chilling, they chilling, right? They vibing. But it hit me. I just got like extremely emotional out of nowhere, right? And I had to sit back with that energy like, damn, like, are these my feelings? Is this being projected onto me? Like, what's going on, right? But it was totally me. And I was really just in my feels a little bit. And it wasn't like consciously. It definitely wasn't a conscious thing. Like, I was sitting back chilling on some shit, but it was on my mind. But it was just the subconscious emotions of rejection, abandonment, not even the, it's not, okay, so the rejection, the abandonment part comes from more so of an energy of scarcity, for a lack of better words. And so what I mean by that is, this particular friend has been helping me out with some things, right? And being there for me like a form of transportation since I sold my car, just being there for the kids a little bit, things of that nature. And I'm just like, damn, like, what if this person decides to just up and say, fuck me? Like, that fear started to come in. It was a subconscious fear. Like, what if this person just decided to say, fuck us? I'm so used to people saying, fuck me, fuck, not my kids, but just fuck me more so. But I'm like, damn, like, what if this person just not fucking with me no more on some shit? Because what if they feel like I'm not reciprocating a certain energy? I'm not, and this is a male friend, so, like, I'm not giving up the coochie, like, all type of shit, right? But then I had to check myself. First off, I had to really sit back with myself and think. I had to come in my room, close the door, and just, like, where is this coming from? Like, where... Like, this is somebody I've been knowing over longer than I've been a mom. So I've been knowing this person at least 13 years. And I'm a good friend of mine. And it's like, why am I feeling like this? Like, why do I feel like somebody that's clearly been having my back for over a decade, all of a sudden gonna be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, this is that pre-full moon energy around the time this was happening. So 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after any moon cycle, you could feel its effects, right? And I'm just sitting back, and I just had to really analyze my emotions. I had to really analyze my feelings. Like, damn, like, I really still do have, especially when it comes to the male, a certain fear of abandonment, right? A certain, I hate to say the word fear, but maybe a little fear of, I can't say rejection because, but no, I'm gonna be honest, like maybe just a little bit of fear of rejection as well. Like, and it's not even specifically just the male, even though in this instance it is, right? But it's just in general. I've had these feelings in regards to friendships. Like, it's one, that's one of the main reasons why I decide not to even deal with females, because every friendship that I've had, it would be going great, right? The first few weeks, the first few months, and then it's always like out of nowhere that particular friend want to act funny out of nowhere, or not speaking to me the same, or like ghosting me, if you will. So I definitely know that that is something that I still have to work through. The fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, right? Yeah, it's just definitely something that came upon me a few days ago, and I'm just like, damn, like I know who this person is to me. I know this person would let me know if they felt some type of way. I know this is somebody that would blah 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 blah, but it's me. I'm feeling these emotions. I'm going through this. I'm having this mindset where I feel like, or if I ain't doing enough, or I feel like if I ain't, doing certain things that a person may think I should do in the male aspect at least, then it's like, damn, like motherfucker gonna cut me off. And usually, like, I haven't had these type of thoughts or feelings in a very long time, y'all. Like, I'm talking about a very long, because I've worked through a lot of that. But that wasn't nothing but the energy, the universe, my spiritual team, whatever you want to call it, my subconscious, the God in me, letting me know, like, hey, Khadija, this could definitely be something that you could heal on, that you could work on, that you could release in order to be open to relationships in general, not just intimate relationships, but any sort of relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, a companionship, hell, you know what I'm saying? Just merely having somebody in your corner. Because granted, I have two specific males in my life that don't look for anything from me. They genuinely fuck with me as a woman. They respect me, and they fuck with my kids. They respect my children. They respect me as a mother. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's above all. These are men that are very accomplished in life, very giving, always been very giving towards me, no matter if I was fucking them or not. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that I can depend on. Up until, right? Because you can always, that's just how I am anyway. I really don't like to give people too much, like, because people switch up. People could change any day, but for the time being, these people have shown me nothing but grace, nothing but respect, things of that nature. So it's like, why would I even have a feeling like that? But it was nothing personal. It had nothing to do with that particular person. It was me. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about today, because those abandonment issues, fear of rejection, things of that nature, it, again, going back to yesterday's topic, it stems from the childhood. It stems from the home. Like, first of all, my dad, he, like I said yesterday, was very nonchalant, very lacking emotional intelligence. My dad was very condescending type of person. And for me, I've always, any little girl, any child, whether it's from the mother or the father, but specifically the father, those type of relationships, we build our first loves are usually our parents, right? Especially for a little girl, it's the father. For a little boy, it's the mother. These people, these individuals, these entities, these vessels, they show us how we are, or we should be treated, right? They show us the type of people that we may cling on to as adults. And because I got that lack of emotional support from my dad, because I got more of the angry side of him. I rarely saw like the soft side. And even if he was on some soft shit, it was still like that fear there. I still had that little fear, like, this nigga, it's just, you can't trust it. You know what I'm saying? So, And as far as like the feminine aspect, as far as friendships and me dealing with women, you know what I'm saying? My mom, she wasn't the most, she didn't even hug us. She didn't give us like the way I interact. Like if y'all see how I interact with my kids, how most of y'all interact with y'all children, like, and I told you that my mom did none of that, you would be like, damn, like none of that. Like I said yesterday, we didn't even have photos around the house. We didn't even have like pictures like hanging up, like family portraits and shit. None of that. You know, the relationship I had with my grandmother, you know, it was very rocky, very, very rocky. I wasn't close to any of my grandparents. My siblings, it was always some sibling rivalry there. So these are the type of relationships that I had with both males and females that kind of showed me like, damn, like I'm really lost when it comes to relationships. Like I've had to teach myself. I've been taught through life's experiences. When I started doing my own thing at 16, I got in so many different situations in the streets, if you will, that it taught me a lot about people. My mom, my dad, my siblings, they taught me how I didn't want to be treated by people, but they taught me in a way, they didn't teach me the game, right? They taught me the type of people not to attract. They taught me, and these are the people that, of course, I still attracted because I had to learn. And I didn't go out on my own because I had to learn, right? But subconsciously, the universe was pushing me on that journey because the situation, I just got heavy chills, y'all. Because the situations, the lifestyle, the home life that I grew up in, I didn't have cheerleaders. I didn't have people that had my back. I didn't have people to, you know, vote for me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have that. I had to teach myself. I had to be taught through life's experiences, through the people that I ran with in the streets, the people that the men that I dealt with. I had to learn a lot by myself. You know, it's so much, you know. When I look on ancestry.com, I've been doing that shit for a few days, and I sit up here and I, you know, go down my family tree, and I realize like I didn't even know half these people. Like these, even the grandparents that I did know, we weren't close. I didn't get to have those significant relationships. So it definitely played a major role in as to why I have certain fears that I have with interacting with people. Like always feeling like something gonna go wrong, somebody gonna try me, and what does that do? It gets me on defense mode. It's me always looking for a bitch. You better not look at me funny, bitch. You better not say nothing wrong, because I know you want to anyway. I know it's coming, you know. So, and I don't want to be like that. You know, the old Khadijah used to be very defensive, very argumentative, very angry, fighting, just stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't even, like, I used to be to the point, even if you merely disagreed with me, it'll make me want to put my hands on you. Like I was as mature and wise and knowledgeable as I've always been. I've always at the same time been of course a little childish, you know what I'm saying? That's anybody, everybody, you know what I'm saying? We all had to grow into maturity. That's the thing about being an adult, you know what I'm saying? Things that really make you an adult is how you take accountability for yourself, how responsible you are, how your emotional intelligence, you know, your lack of empathy and compassion for others, you know, how you handle responsibilities, you know, getting shit done even when you don't want to get it done. You know, it's the bullshit that we look at. You know, we call ourselves adults and we try to act like we so superior. It's like, no, you know what I'm saying? So I had to reality check myself on a few things, and me talking about this now is actually giving me more insight, right? And that's what I'm here for, to bring just that awareness, right, of where these trials and tribulations come from. I feel like at some point, I feel like I'm talking to a lot of people out there that we all have some difficulty here and there with relationships. More than likely, it's most of us. It's not, it's not like a single-handedly type of thing. This is something that we all, and if it wasn't like the majority of us, just pay attention to the world. Pay attention to the world we live in. Pay attention to how people act in relationships, how they feel like, you know, we all have these demands in relationships, and we don't want to have shit no other way, and submission roles, and the male roles, and some people feeling like marriage and shit could just fix anything. And it's just so many different variables to this one topic, and all of that stems from our childhood. It's a lack of insecurity. It's a lack of, or not insecurity. It's a lack, or not a lack, but it's a immense amount of insecurity. It's immense amount of fear. It's immense lack, or not lack, but lack of respect. It's so many things that when you really pay attention to how people interact with each other, how we in general collectively interact with each other, we all have some sort of childhood trauma that we haven't worked through in regards to our relationships, how we really deal with each other. When I pay attention to shit like social media, I'm one of those people that I just like to scroll on comment sections just to see how people think. And when I realized that the average person, how many people hadn't tried to like go off on me on social media off my mere opinion alone. Like, we will literally get on each other's tops just based off a simple opinion. And to the average person hearing this is like, okay, well, whatever. But it's like, no, like that's actually a major issue. That's trauma speaking. How can I have an opinion that differentiates from yours or differs from yours, and that causes you to want to be aggressive with me or anybody? It's not just me. I see this shit all the time on social media. People really have an issue with the most mundane shit, right? And we will fall out, we will bicker, we will fight, we will cut each other off the most simplest shit just because of a lack of communication skills, a lack of understanding for one another. All these things play a major role in a very major role in how we handle our relationships, and all that stems from our childhood trauma. How we were communicated to, how we felt we had to communicate, right? How we didn't feel like we could express ourselves. It's so many different things. So I really just want to let people know that when you go through the shit that I'm talking about, and first of all, you're not alone. Okay, as cliche as it may sound, you're not alone. A lot of people tend to look at me and feel like because I'm so strong in the way I carry myself, they wouldn't even think that I've been through some of the shit or half the shit that I've been through, right? Most of the shit, all of the shit that I've been through. A motherfucker wouldn't bet twice. Motherfucker be like, oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? What you do? You crazy. Like, ain't no way you went through that shit. And I did. And it has affected my relationships. It has built a wall around my heart chakra space to where I don't even want to, deal with certain people after a certain amount of time because I feel like, damn, it's going to end anyway, So I really just want to get y'all opinions and insight on this topic because I just feel like collectively we got to do better. It's going to get worse before it gets better. In this world, in this system we live in this corporation of a country we live in, it's going to get 10 times worse. So we have to start building communities, coming together. Women especially need to have our own communities. We have this decentering men thing is not only about stop fucking with men, for whatever reason and blah, 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 blah. But it's also about decentering them so we can come closer together. Women need each other more now than ever. I feel like women, we have been cultivated, for lack of better words. It's a word that I'm looking for. But we have been coerced, for lack of better words. It's a certain word I'm looking for. But we have been manipulated into really thinking that men are our end goal. That all we have to do is be married, have some kids, and hunky-dory. We run off to the sunset and daisies and roses is plucking up from the ground. Absolutely not. Women were always stronger together. We will always be stronger together. And a nation is no higher than its woman. So I just feel like at this point in time, this is no better time than for women to really come together and cultivate those communities so we can really help each other. During the healing process, you help yourself heal, okay? You have to do the healing thing yourself, but who's to say that we can't have group chats or studies or book clubs or whatever the case may be, to help us understand, overstand, and understand not only ourselves, not only each other better, but the world around us. One thing I'm learning being in hermit mode and going through the spiritual warfare and all this shit that I've been going through, I've also been raising my consciousness, my awareness. I have really been tapping into my really that crown chakra activation energy, and really understanding that one of my favorite crown chakra affirmations is, I understand that nothing is personal. That helps me, particularly me personally, it helps me get through so many different thoughts that I have, because I'm an extreme overthinker. And it helps me understand people a lot better, because I overall generally understand the human. I understand how they work. I understand how our minds work, right? But when we go through emotions or feelings like I had the other day, it's just automatically feeling like, damn, this motherfucker not fucking with me no more, this, that, and the third. But when I sat back, not only did I evaluate my thought process at the time of where these feelings were stemming from, but it also gave me an opportunity to repeat that affirmation. I understand that nothing is personal. So even if this person did decide to say fuck me, that has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with how I see myself or how I view myself or how the next person may see me. I would have liked this person to communicate, even though it wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? It was just me tripping. But what do you want from that particular situation when you're having these thoughts, when you're having these feelings of rejection and abandonment? Ask yourself these questions, like, what is it that you want out of this situation? What could make this situation a little bit better that won't make you feel this way? Oh, well, if they just call and let me know, like, hey, something came up, or shit, I'm merely just not fucking with you no more. Or it could be, let's say a person stood you up on a date, you know what I'm saying? I like to look at shit so black and white, but it's a lot of gray too. What if something came up? What if they are rejecting you? What if this person just got cold feet and said, you know what, she or he is a little bit too much for me. I ain't gonna be able to handle all that in a good way. Some people can just merely be threatened because you are a good woman, you are a good man. People not used to that. So it's like, damn, I just got cold feet. Fuck it. I'm just not fucking with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Is that necessarily a bad thing? Does that have anything to do with you? Can you understand, and overstand that it's not personal? You know what I'm saying? Can you understand, overstand, and understand that may be a blessing from the divine, a blessing in disguise? Can you understand, overstand, and understand that maybe that redirection was your protection? Instead of internalizing it towards you and saying, oh, it's me, that's the ego talking, right? It's how I feel. But what about what it is, Because sometimes it could be so mundane as a car broke down, phone died, you know what I'm saying? Something just happened. Shit, a motherfucker that had a car accident. Fuck it, that ain't mundane, but you get what I'm saying? It could be something so, again, just mediocre. You know what I mean? It's not personal. A lot of things that we go through are not personal. Even the way we got treated as children. It wasn't personal. And something I was thinking about earlier, like my oldest child, she went through a lot with me. I was still learning. I was still dealing with a lot of abusive situations and relationships. The situation I had with my grandmother was still very, 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 very chaotic. My mom, I didn't like, it was a lot going on. I had a lot going on, and I'm just really glad that I'm out of that. But I had a lot going on at those times, but she wrote it out with me. And like a lot of first time parents, our first oldest, they catch a lot of strays. They see a lot of shit. They hear a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? They may get a part of the frustrated part of you that now that I'm out of these situations, my children ain't even heard me raise my voice the way I used to raise my voice, unless I'm, getting on their ass about some shit. But my kids ain't seen me like that in years, 3 years. They don't even know that side of me. They probably don't even remember. I don't even think they care, honestly. I'm not saying it like that. shit. But they gonna remember that shit when they get older, especially my oldest. Especially my oldest. She gonna remember every little part of that. You know, but our children, you know, my oldest, she dealt with me through a lot of shit. And I forgot the point I was actually making. Damn, y'all. But basically, I say all that to say that, you know, like I said, yes, that's the point I was making. You know, even as, because my child, you know, wasn't getting fucked up treatment and no shit like that, but it's just the environment. Sometimes, you know, I would get extra frustrated with her. And it was times where it's just like, damn, like, yeah, it's just, it was a lot. It was just a lot going on. And I just really, when you look at your childhood and you look at your parents and you realize, like, damn, like, even though my mom could have done better, my dad could have did better, but it wasn't personal. When I think about the childhood trauma that my dad went through, when I think about the relationship that my mom and her mom had, and I got to see it, you know, it's like no reason. It's like no wonder y'all so nonchalant when it comes to how we feel and, you know, dealing with your own daughters. It's like, look at how y'all interact with each other. Look how y'all just sweep shit up under the rug. And I wanted to do better for my children. I had to get my daughters I had to get us away. I had to get us away from all the toxicity. I don't talk to family, my mom, my dad, siblings, none of that. I done cut everybody off. It's a wrap. I'm starting my own shit here and now. I'm breaking generational curses, and it's hard, y'all. This shit is hard. It's not easy. It's not for the weak. I am really learning my strength. I thought I was learning my strength during all them hardships I had to go through before I got to this spot I am now. Absolutely not. And tomorrow we gonna talk about spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, black magic, all of that shit, because that has a lot to do with my journey now. And if you've been going through that type of shit, you may want to stay tuned for that. But I really learned my strength in this moment. I learned my strength. I'm learning my strength now. When you are battling spiritual warfare and you're battling the same people that you don't want to deal with anymore, and these people can't take you, they can take you at your weakest, but they can't take you in your power, you really start to learn your strength, because the main people that will come for you in times like this are the people that you deemed as close. And it's not shocking that these people are the same ones coming for me in the spiritual realm, all of this extra shit, because when I paid attention to how they treated me as a kid growing up and just dealing with them and living with these people and having to be around them, it makes perfect sense. Like, of course, y'all, of course, why wouldn't you be? Of course it's you. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, you know, the abandonment issues, the mindsets, the subconscious, we really have to start in today's full moon, so it's perfect time to release, but we really have to start looking inward. And we have these emotions just coming up out of nowhere. That's the perfect time. Don't drink it away, don't smoke it away, don't fuck it away, you know, don't gossip it away, don't listen to music it away. That may help because certain songs will play, you be like, damn. But don't do none of that. Just really pay attention, really analyze how you feel. Don't internalize how you're feeling. My head big as a motherfucker, like my shit floating. But anyway, you have to be able to look within and see, like, damn, where is this coming from? Where are these emotions stem from? Like, I thought I got over this shit. I thought I was over this. I thought I let these type of feelings go. But no, here it is, festering up again. Over something and somebody that ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on in your mental, but it's there and it needs to be addressed. So, I will be going live today for my subscribers. It's going to be later on. And what I mean by live for subscribers, over on TikTok, you do have to pay for that subscription. It's $5.99 a month. But there, we're going to talk more about this topic in general. And y'all know I'm a reader in general first, so I'll probably, I'll pull some cards and all that too. But more so, like I said, this whole page, my YouTube, my TikTok, this is going to be where I talk, where I really use my voice for the greater good of all. Anybody can pull some cards. And I think that's one of the main reasons too. I had not been telling y'all this for a minute. I just haven't been feeling called to do it anymore. Like, it's not giving me the same fire it once did. You know, it's just not giving me that. I got more to do. I got more to say. I got more people to reach just by my voice alone and my experiences. So just like how life taught me, I can teach somebody out there. I can help somebody out there. You're not alone. You know, it's easier said than done to get through a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when your childhood was fucked up. And it's people out there that have been through way more fucked up shit than me. I can only imagine. And they walk around this earth, they walk around this planet, this realm as if, you know, it's just hunky dory, and it's not. We have to start addressing that childhood trauma. We have to start addressing the issues at hand, going to the rooter to the tutor, and really leaving it there. And it's not to say, because like I said, some people's childhoods were extremely fucked up. It's some shit I don't believe people can really heal from, like, or get over. Where I'm gonna say heal from, they can get over it, they can deal with it, they learn to live with it, but it's still there. This is why I say healing is never really done. There's so many things you can always heal from. It's so many things you can always learn from. You never done learning, and you never done healing. All right, so I hope this helps somebody. Okay, I just wanted to come through for a quick little message. All right. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to my TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube, like, comment, follow, share, do what you gotta do, get the message out. And y'all stay tuned for more videos, baby. This is Empress Talks. I hope all is well. Stay safe and have a blessed one. Deuce.